how did your YouTube channel start? Because you have a fantastic YouTube channel. I'm going to share it on the screen. So how did you go from, fan to having amazing YouTube channel?
Thank you. So I never intended YouTube to happen. So it 100% by accident. So how it happened was I had graduated from college and I had moved down to Southern California, and this is like where my boyfriend lives. So, and I was like, oh, cool. Well, work is down there anyway, so I can just move down there and things will be all handy dandy, and got tickets for The Last Jedi. And when I had seen The Force Awakens, there was a lot of questions that I had, but I was like, no, because it's the first movie in a trilogy, all the, like, everything that I'm speculating, or all these things that are kind of like plot hole-ish, or all these problems that I have, they're all going to get answered in the next movie. So I didn't really stress out about the things that I had problems with in The Force Awakens. And I watched that movie so many times looking for new things, so that way I could have all of these theories in my head. And to be honest, I never really watched YouTube. Unless something was broken and I needed to fix it.
Yeah. What? Girls like never watch YouTube. Like, I don't know what it is. And I never got into YouTube until I dated somebody who was really into watching YouTube videos. Like, I don't know. It never occurred to me to like go there.
Makeup tutorials, hair tutorials, art tutorials, and how to fix something that I broke. That's the only reason I used YouTube. So I didn't even know that there was people out there making fan theory videos about Star Wars. So that was completely new to me. And so again, Force Awakens came out, all these ideas, me thinking it's going to be the best movie ever. Like, they're going to answer all these questions. It's going to be this big epic thing. And I'm like, oh, The Last Jedi, Luke Skywalker is going to do something awesome. And it's going to just blow my fucking mind. Right. Oh, can I cuss?
Yeah. I mean, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever. It's no big deal.
Okay. Well, so I got tickets for the night of the premiere and then the next morning, because I wasn't sure what my work schedule was going to be like. And so, again, everyone my entire life has known me as that weird Star Wars girl. That's where my channel name came from. But it was kind of a derogatory term, like, oh yeah, Anna, she's that weird Star Wars girl kind of thing. And so me and my boyfriend, we went and saw The Last Jedi, and I was dropping F-bombs within the first 5 minutes.
Oh, no.
I was like, what the is this shit? And I kept waiting for it to get better and for like Luke Skywalker to say, oh, gotcha. Like, I'm totally just fucking with all of you. And it didn't happen. And as we were like leaving the movie, I'm just livid. And my boyfriend's like, going on?
He doesn't know. He's like, he doesn't understand your rage. Yeah.
No. So it's one of those opposite things where I'm the real hardcore nerd and he's just like, yeah, it's just a movie, it's cool. She likes it. But he was like, what's going on? My girlfriend loves this. Like, she does not like Star Wars. And I was pissed. I'm just like, did you prank me? Like, did you and all my friends, is this like a punked gotcha moment? And this isn't the real movie. Like, there's no way this could be the real movie. And I had like a margarita before we went in. So I was like, I mean, I drink more than this, so I don't think I'm drunk. I don't think I'm misseeing anything.
Is it the tequila? Yeah.
So the next morning, I went and saw the movie again, sober. And
this was The Last Jedi, or this was the one before?
Last Jedi. Okay. Last Jedi. Because I thought The Last Jedi was going to be awesome. It was going to answer almost all of the plot holes or all the questions that I had from The Force Awakens. And so I go in and I'm sitting there in the theater and I'm like, I'm completely sober.
Now you're auditing it like a student, you're there like
it was the clipboard. Mm-hmm. Oh, and I was livid. And I went on Facebook because I didn't have Twitter, and I'm just going off and like, this is the worst movie ever. This is not Star Wars. And I'm just going off. And I swear, everyone that's ever known me in my entire life has known me as Anna, that weird Star Wars girl. And so my DMs just blew up. Everyone was asking me, like, what do you mean you don't like a Star Wars movie? And so I was writing these like long novel messages and sending it to everyone and like copying and pasting and like editing little things based on certain people asking me. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I've spent like 3 days answering people's questions. It's too many. I'm just going to make one video and hopefully that'll answer everyone's questions. And it was too long to post on Facebook. So I uploaded it to YouTube and I just sent it to everyone. And I don't think anyone really watched it, except for people that I had no other people in the world. And then it just kind of started blowing up. And so I did a second video because everyone's like, "Oh, who are you? Why do you only have one video up?" And I was like,
You're
I'll
like,
just kind of
all my feelings went into this. Yeah.
yeah. And so I did another one, and then people were telling me, "Oh, because I was completely shocked because I wasn't paying attention to everything that was going on. Because I mean, I just graduated from college, I was working, I wasn't paying attention to kind of the culture war that was going on, and I'm still now finding out about stuff that happened back then."
Oh, wow.
And so I watched this interview with Kathleen Kennedy, and she basically said in it that, "Oh yeah, girls couldn't relate to Luke Skywalker. They could only relate to Princess Leia." And I lost my shit.
It's so like condescending to say,
Well,
that's like really calling women stupid. Like,
well, okay, if you can only identify with somebody that looks like you and has the same gender, then that's very not only condescending, but that's very simple-minded, because I think that's one of the beautiful things about storytelling is being able to relate to somebody that you have absolutely nothing in common with. Like empathy, that's a really big thing that I think a lot of people are lacking. So I did this 40-minute video where I just ripped her a new one, because I'm just like, I grew up on a farm, and the moment when Luke Skywalker looked at the binary sunset, that like touched my soul. And so because that video blew up, it catapulted my first video, and then my channel just kind of exploded. And
wow,
I'm still doing it. So yeah.
And so what year was that first video?
I want to say 2018 or 19. I'm not sure.
Wow. Yeah. So like not that long, like not that much time. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, completely on accident. And so I'm just here, and I'm still doing it.
Yeah, this is very impressive. Very cool. And isn't it wild, like the whole, and I'm pretty like new in the YouTube world too, because I was like just not a person who would watch YouTube videos. But one of the greatest things is being able to connect with like all sorts of people.
Yeah.
And it really helps like give you like a nice varied textured, opinion on things.
Yeah, I mean, some of my best friends now I would have never met if it wasn't for YouTube. And so it's crazy because it's like the first time in my life I found like my people, because I was always alone.
Yeah.
I was always like the one nerd, and even when I found other nerds, they were never as into it as I was. So it's like, yay.
Yeah, it's almost like you observe and you see so much, and you're like, am I the only one who sees this? Am I the only one who had these expectations for this movie? And like, am I crazy, or did they drop the ball? And it's nice to like not feel alone in those thoughts.
Oh yeah, I was like, because I mean, well, at least when I was in the theater, there was other people that were upset. So I was like, I wasn't the only one, but that's why I was like, is this even real? Did you prank me? Like to my boyfriend, I was like, did you guys, my other friends, did you guys
show me the wrong movie somehow?
Yeah, I was like, there's no way this is real. So finding out that there was other people, and I was just like, okay, so I'm not crazy. Like this is the real movie, and I saw the real movie, and it's just that fucked up. And then I found out what was going on in the world, because I had no idea like what an SJW was, or why any of this stuff. Because I mean, I basically lived in my studio, and I was painting and drawing and like doing all of my work to just try to graduate from college, and then actually working and paying bills. And so I wasn't paying attention to anything. Again, I wasn't on Twitter. I don't read the news. I don't watch the news. So I was just kind of in my little bubble.
Yeah, I know that those movies for me were like the first big like glaring example of like, oh, this SJW culture like seeping into our entertainment. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh man, like I have to be a little bit more vocal about this.